Hello everybody, how is everybody? Welcome to Sparkless Inspiration. I hope everybody is doing well. Wow, I have to say I cannot get enough of this new Shaman's Dream Oracle deck. If you guys are curious about it and you didn't see my things yesterday, Cola has her new deck out, and the artwork and the writing and everything is muy spectacular. Like, I am over the moon about this deck, and I just feel like it's really touching, and it's actually the wording of her stories and the wording that is so choice and beautiful that goes with each of these cards that make it so special. So let's start with Netcaster, because I feel like all of these are so wonderful for the daily pop. This is about your preparations that come to fruition, a surprise, a result beyond expectations. And in the book it says the Netcaster arrives to tell you to stop praying for the fish because they've arrived, and it's time that you cast your net lest they swim away. Everything that you long for is within reach. And I do this for myself every day. I start with gratitude, knowing that whatever I want or need is in abundance around me. I don't have to have lack mentality around it, right? But it has been so long since your prayers were answered that you have forgotten how to receive what is being offered to you. So put down the prayer beads and open your arms and your heart and be rewarded beyond measure. Cast your net. That oftentimes, we put all these stipulations, or we affirm in the negative what we don't want. Let's just affirm, universe, I would really need and love this. Thank you so much. And then just prepare for it, right? Take the next step that you've been planning for so long. Let me give you a cool real life example of this. Like the other day, I was just in the bathroom and I was like, I like this yellow color, but it's kind of wearing on me. And then Hagen and I were playing volleyball, and we just started talking about colors, and he's like, I'm getting sick of that yellow in the bathroom. And we just started talking. We were playing volleyball. We're like, well, what should we do? Why don't we paint it a different color and make it a project? And today we discussed it for like one day, what we're going to do colors. We went on the computer. I let him choose the blue. We went into Home Depot today and got the primer and all the stuff to do it. And it was really nice, because what we did was, let's prep our minds for this change and this new project we want to do. Let's focus on it. Let's have follow through and go get the things we need. And tomorrow we're going to be doing the painting. And I was really excited because I love doing any projects within the family. We get excited about it, change, we initiate something. And that's when we teach not only our children and ourselves that we have the power to change whatever we don't like, but we can make things beautiful and enhance them as well. And through creativity, through just setting our minds on it, we can accomplish it. And I love that, because Netcaster is all about that, right? It's about biding your time until all the conditions are right, going to the place of stillness, deep quiet, watching for signs that new opportunity has arrived, and doing it. And I feel like things that used to seem challenging or difficult are no longer going to be that way. It's just going to be like, all I have to do is decide I want to do it, and then I'm going to do it. Now, next, I love this. This artwork is so unique. Like, look at the beautiful, it's almost like a cosmic circle right where his heart is, and I love the eye. I love everything about this. I love the feather coming off. I love the peacock feathers in the back, and that's basically, even though he looks like a raven, he has the beautiful peacock feathers, right? And that's about peacock. They love to shine, right? This is an invitation to really act now, the courage to step into life and realize that this could be just a huge call to seize the moment. There might be a great opportunity that you need to take advantage of. Carpe diem. It's time, and the time is of the essence. It could be gone shortly. Don't hesitate. Go ahead. Bite off more than you can chew. Go for it. Say yes. Learn as you go. That's like a big thing with me too. If somebody asks me to do something and I'm like, I can always find all the wheres and whatnots and research and do this, I'm going to say yes and learn as I go. And I love that Richard Branson said this, that like when companies were hiring him, he was like, yes, I have that. And he's like, and then I go study and I would learn what they asked me if I knew, and I was ready for it, right? So you'll be doing that. You'll be saying, you know what, I am going to take this course. I am going to travel to this place. And you're just going to have that great big sense of wonder for life. That sometimes the things that we're most attached to just go away, because it's almost like self-importance. Like if I pray put so much onus on something, and when we really think we need something that comes externally and it's removed, we realize how little we really did need that, right? Like, I'll give you an example. I went a few days without my car a couple years ago, after it had like 2 flat tires and all this stuff happened. And I realized, you know, at the initial, I was like panicking. And then I thought, well, Ian has an extra car. We have this. And it was like nothing was that big a deal. And it just took some shifting. But you know how we place such importance on certain things and they're really not that necessary. And this reminds us that we can let go of thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes that clutter our heart and our mind. And then it's like a clear storm. It blows away everything we don't need. And it brings in this freshness, this stillness, this calm, which I love. I love this artwork on this one too. The Moon Maiden and New Beginnings. I love anything that's new. I like driving in different locations. I like trying different foods. I like trying different creative endeavors. I love it all. When I start a new Netflix show, when I start something new, I love that because I realize how easy it is to be habitual, and I do not like feeling like I'm in Groundhog Day and doing the same thing. So the Moon Maiden arrives and offers us a new beginning, a new face or facet of ourselves that really wants to be shown to the world. Those qualities that you've been quietly cultivating are ready for the limelight. The secrecy was important for it protected your new face and kept what was precious close to your heart. But now it's time to come forward in full splendor. Right? You ever have a project or something, if you started to discuss it with people, they might dissect it and complicate it and make it hard to be done. Well, this way it's like you're already in full momentum, so it's very easy and nothing is going to waylay this from you. You know, allow others to be surprised about how mature and grown up this side of you is. Now it's time to set yourself free. The Moon Maiden really belongs to themselves. They are summoning the parts of you that challenge convention, that refuse to be intimidated, and that can't be tamed or put inside any kind of cage also. The Moon Maiden invites us to shine within our own light and have the radiant curiosity to ask anyone who offers you a mouthful of dogma, why do you believe this is so? And I like that. I never take anything like if somebody says something and I'm always curious as to why they see it that way. And if I don't, I'm not just agreeing. I never become a sheeple. I'm always curious. I don't denigrate, make fun of, criticize, or do anything of someone's belief. But I'm just curious, like, what makes you think that way, right? And that you'll be able to do that too. Become unpredictable, you know, really be eminently reliable, but be unpredictable in ways where you all of a sudden have these new desires and skill sets and gifts and curiosities where people are like, wow, I didn't know that you like to whatever, paint, sing, whatever it is, pull all these things out. It's almost like you just becoming true to your soul's calling. You know, it's your time where when the time comes, you return to this kind of shrouded mystery of what you want to do and where you want to go, and you don't have to follow any kind of trail that is set before you. So it's this beautiful kind of like little treasures that you have, and you open your treasure chest and you're like, how do you like this? How do you like that? Because you're excited for these endeavors in yourself, and you're not going to play it safe anymore because you want new opportunities, new friends, a kind of rejuvenation of spirit. So you're going to go about it in a really fun and unusual way. So what I'm going to do with this video to you guys is after this, I'm going to have the other flip through of the other half of the deck, because I did half in yesterday's and I'll do half in today's, so you can have the beautiful artwork that's out there. So okay, you guys, and now we're back with the second half of Colette's deck, and Moonbeams came over to see what's going on. So now we have a tidy house, clarity and organization. We have beloved, radical acceptance. Oh my gosh, this one is cute beyond, I can't even take it. Benefactor, grace and generosity. Look at them. This is the cutest thing in the history of my life. I love mice and gerbils and all little woodland critters. Caterpillar, opportunity. Wow, look at that with beautiful eyes. The closing door of completion. Cosmic womb, divine feminine. It's just trying to, I'll move the tripod as I go because the cards are gonna, I want you to get the whole gander. Ooh, the next one's beautiful. The covenant, sacred contract, crown games, right use of power. That's beautiful. That's so multi-layered. And look, you'll see moonbeams. I want to show you who's over there coming in for the hellosies. Yeah, I love moons. There's dogs and birds and everything chiming in. Dances on 1 foot, the balancing act. That's beautiful. Look at that. Deep diver, diving into a task. Deep quiet, meditation and stillness. Look at that. It looks just electrified. It's so beautiful. Jenna's use of lighting and like silvers and just white as electric. The dragon's hoard, protecting the future. That's phenomenal. Dream thief, refusal of the call. Oh my gosh, amazing. Drifter, experience life as it comes. Love that. Dust devil, moving out of stagnation. A lot of people are experiencing this right now too, you guys. I know we have a lot of same old. It's been going on with restrictions and again doing habitual things. Really break out of that. Do one little thing each day that's different. A really beautiful bath, eat something new, dance, do something that shakes it up so you remap your mind to know that you can go in any direction you want. It doesn't have to be the same old. Empty well, time to replenish. We've all been there. Eye of the needle, intentionality. That's unbelievable. And I love intentionality. Eye of the eagle, rising above the fray. That's phenomenal. That's so striking. Fallen angel, spiritual narcolepsy. That's the best. Spiritual narcolepsy. Feast of plenty, choices and their consequences. Beautiful. First breath, beginner's mind. I love that. We should all be in that. Like, hey, we all have something to learn, right? Fool's embrace, transmuting pain. Unbelievable. These are just spectacular. This imagery is mind-blowing. Fortune's wheel, luck and right timing. Galactic mushroom, the divine matrix. I feel like these are getting lower and lower. What's happening here? Garden Venus, reset and renewal. Gathering around, the power of community. Unbelievable. Heart home, compassion. Hollow bone, teachability. That's got to be one of my other favorites. Wow. Unbelievable. And Colette's big on that because once we think we know everything, it's really hard. It's like you think your cup is so full you can't have another drop. Well, guess what? There is always something to be learned. When we open our hearts and minds, guess what? We're always going to learn new things. It's really hard to abide and be around somebody who thinks they know everything because they tune other people out. They become harsh and rigid. It's like always, leave space to learn new things. A different perspective is also learning, right? Horned cactus, resourcefulness, beautiful. Horseman, herald change, absolutely. In the hand, the universe is your partner. This is unbelievable. The jeweled web of connectivity. So gorgeous. It's just like everything is so magical and ethereal in this. Oh, joyful muse and inspiration. I'm so excited I'm going to be using this deck till it's like in smithereens. Lay of the land, your ancestral wisdom. Lost compass, getting back to integrity. And this for a lot of people, and people talk about this and joke in the industry. If you start a stand-up comedian and things like that, and they're like, I love your work, or two became a huge sellout, and then they all start laughing. But it is true, there are certain things that everything doesn't need to be commercialized. There's enough of that, I love the natural aspect of this because it is true, because sometimes people get caught up in the fray. They get caught up in, the materialistic world, and they think they need to have these huge expense items, and we just don't. And this is the last one, lost in space and needing direction. Oh my gosh. So I hope you guys, if you didn't see the prior first, it's actually the second half of the deck flip through. I just broke the deck in half so we could kind of like savor half for each video because it's, again, unbelievable. And if you didn't catch that, it's Alberto Villaldo is with Colette Baron Reed in a collaboration with, of course, the beautiful art of Jenna Della Grattaglia. And I'm quite certain that this is the artist that she uses the majority of the time, and everything is breathtaking. The wording, the book, also, you guys, I also really like the structure and the feel of the card. Very, very high, substantial, beautiful card stock there, and perfect size for shuffling. Just, again, it's an absolute dream, like all of her stuff is. So that is the second half of that, you guys. I am going to go upload.